let's have a look at how to wash bamboo from start to finish. So my products is bamboo viscose, rayon. I'm going to refer to it as bamboo in this video for simplicity's sake. The first thing that I want to note is that while bamboo is a pretty strong fabric as you wear it, you still need to be pretty gentle with it as you wash it. So we're going to take some precautions here. We're going to remove the stains first before we pop it into the washer. Second thing I wanted to mention here is that since bamboo, it is very odor resistant. If you don't have any stains on it and it doesn't smell yet, you don't need to wash it. I have worn these for up to a week. If you have sheets or anything like that, you can probably go at least 2 weeks before you wash it. Same with towels. Having all that said, let's get to stain treatments first of all. So the thing with bamboo fabric is that it can't really handle bleach and it can't really handle fabric softener either, but that's for later. So what we're going to do here to remove any stains is that we're going to use pretty heavy duty detergent. If you don't have any on hand, that's fine. You can use your regular detergent as well. Also, stain remover is a great one. I've been experimenting a lot with these enzyme based ones lately and I really like them. All right, so we are over here at my basin. I'm filling up the tub here with water. Now, depending on what garments you are using, you can probably go pretty hot with this water. I've checked the tags on all of mine and they say I can use 40 degrees. You will need to check yours beforehand, but generally 40 degrees should be fine. I have these pants here that I do know have a stain on them. Let's put that up here and I'm going to take my detergent here. Now you don't need a lot of detergent here. A few drops will do the trick. Rub it in there. Once you have done this with all your stains, can leave it like this for like, let's say 15 minutes. Once it's done soaking, we'll move on and pop it into the washer. This is a really good step for this, especially if you have stains or they smell. Pre-soaking helps a lot, especially with stains. That way we can use a little bit of a more gentle cycle on the washer here. So I'll be back in 15 minutes and we'll move on. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take the water out. I'm going to give it a quick little rinse. So the next step here is going to be to pop them into the washer. One thing to note before we do that, if you are afraid of piling. So that's one of the biggest issues with bamboo garments from my experience. You can turn them inside out and it's going to preserve the outside of the garment for longer. However, since these garments were pretty stained, I'm not going to do that, and neither should you if your clothes are stained. Also, you could consider using mesh bags. I'm not going to do that either in this circumstance, but that's also going to help preserve the clothes. Turn on the washing machine here and we're going to load it with detergent. A gentle detergent is the best. If you don't have any, normal detergent will be fine-ish too. But if you have a gentle one on hand, that's gonna be the best. Also, skip over the fabric softener for bamboo fabrics. It's not good for it. It does not interact well with the fabric at all. And also bamboo it's so soft already, right? So what's the point? Let's go ahead here and read the back and see how much detergent we will need. So according to this, we'll need almost 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to undershoot this because I usually think they tend to recommend way too much detergent in general. So I'm just going to load that into the wash tray here. So we put nothing in the pre-wash and nothing into the softener tray. You could also consider using pre-wash in the washer if you have really stained clothes. In that case, you need to turn on pre-wash and you also need to fill up the pre-wash tray here in the washing machine. But we're not going to do that. We're going to close this up and then we're going to find a suitable setting. So like I said before, this is a very delicate garment when it comes to washing. So I am going to go ahead and recommend that you use hand wash. If you don't have hand wash on your machine, try to look for a wool setting or maybe a delicate setting. Delicate is not as gentle as hand wash. Hand wash is by far the most gentle cycle. So if you have that, definitely go with that. Say that you don't have any settings on your washer, you just have control panel. What you want to do is turn down the spin cycles and you also can consider turning down the temperature. So this depends a little bit on your fabric. Generally, if you have pre-soaked your garments like we just did, turning the temperature down to 20 should be more than sufficient. If you decided to skip over this step because you didn't have any stains on your garments and you have checked the tags on all your garments, you're familiar with the fabrics, your garments, can go up to 40 here. But like I said, we're going to do 20. From here, it is as simple as pressing start here. And after that, we're going to have a look at how to dry them. One thing I forgot to mention is that if you don't have any heavy duty detergent, also OxiClean oxygen-based bleach will work fantastic. You can use that as pre-wash. You can also consider using enzyme-based detergent. These are great for removing stains. Definitely stay away from chlorine-based bleach. So the washing is finally done and I've popped the clothes into the dryer here. So the next step is that we're going to pick a program for the dryer. And just as a side note here, like I said, you can always go with a drying rack or drying them outside option. That will be better for the clothes overall. But if you're anything like me, you don't always have time to hang dry them. So let's pick a program here that will be appropriate for our bamboo. And I have a wool setting here on my dryer. And I have found that that is the best thing that we can use. It's going to be very gentle on the clothes like the washer was. We want to avoid shrinking. Now you can leave them turned inside out. If you did that, that's going to be totally fine in the dryer. If you don't have a wool setting, try to look for something else that is delicate. The most important thing here that we're looking for is low heat. This is going to take longer to dry the clothes, but you're going to keep them in better shape over time. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'm going to make more in the future here. I'm going to do some linen coming up next. So get excited for that. And I'll see you next time.